Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here at DreamHack Atlanta 2025 at the Georgia World Congress Center. This is day two. Everything's winding down, and I have the pleasure of talking to the global lead of DreamHack. Mr. Shaheen, okay. There's so much because I've been on go all day, and you have too because it's a busy day.
Yep, yep.
I see that you're tired. Now, can you explain for the fans out there what does your title entail?
So we have DreamHack festivals all over the world. This weekend in Atlanta, 3 weeks we're doing Stockholm. We've had Shanghai, Dallas, and Hyderabad in India this year as well. So I oversee all of those festivals globally.
Mm.
We obviously have amazing teams all over the world, kind of operating and programming those festivals. But I make sure the entire circuit makes sense and that we go to the right places and that we give back to the community everywhere we are.
No, every country they have their own flavor. Like, what's the significant difference between each dream hack?
So at every DreamHack obviously has a like regional taste to it, but
Mm.
also we expanded to it at a different time, a different period in time, right?
Mm.
DreamHack in Sweden, currently in Stockholm. That's where it all started back in 1994. That was
Nice.
31 years ago, right? So that has much more of a LAN culture of people bringing their own computers, playing games, everything like that. Although it's grown to in a lot of other areas as well, like esports and content creators. In China, it's a lot about the esports competitive gaming, especially
Right.
mobile gaming, content creators there as well. In the US, for example, in Atlanta, one thing that always hits here is the fighting game community and the fighting games that we have. So, everything has its regional taste, but it's also a reflection of what was the biggest thing at the time DreamHack went there.
Mm. Nice, nice. Yeah, so noticeable difference like for is Atlanta.
Mhm.
It seemed more condensed this year. Not I know that Friday in comparison to Saturday, though, like if the flow is either going to double, maybe triple. What were the changes for that this year?
So, I mean, we have roughly the same space as
Mm.
last year, right? But we have much more content on the floor, so that way feels more packed, right? We have more esports stages, we have more exhibitors, we have much more of our own content, and so it definitely feels more packed when you're there. We added a bunch of free play areas, FGC tournaments, so super happy about that, and that really reflects our investment into DreamHack Atlanta. It's a festival. But for next year, we hope to grow also in space so that we can
Mm.
bring even more content, but so that it could also spread it out a little bit more. In Dallas earlier this year, that was about twice the size in space, right? So that's what
Cool.
we want to aim to get to here in
Okay.
Georgia World Congress Centers.
Nice. And what does that mostly depend on?
The space needs is, I mean, it depends a little bit because we work with a lot of game publishers in order to bring their esports programs to our festivals, and that's always rotating, right? So no one year is the same, even though we bring back some of the same kind of elements the same year. So
Hmm.
that's very that impacts our space needs a lot. But then it's also a lot about our own programming. Like if we want to have a big main stage, if we want to have a bigger creator hub area for content creators, we're gonna need more space. We're gonna need to lay out and design the festival differently.
And speaking of the content, because I remember as far as the creator hub, I did know that there was one, but it was like off in the corner. And it just d- it had that accessible feel, even though
Hmm.
if you're not a content creator, you can't access it. But what was could you tell us the reason behind it not being like a centerpiece?
Yeah, so we wanted to have it as a centerpiece. This year we couldn't just because of layout difficulties,
Okay.
because there's so many intricacies into designing a festival. Like even a simple thing as where the power drops are, where the roof can take weight so that we can rig stuff, or where
Mm.
pillars are in order for fire, alarms and things like that.
Oh,
But
interesting.
our ambition is actually for next year for it to always be a centerpiece and for it to be even more accessible for all visitors
Okay.
from all sides. So we're gonna try to make it more of a square, community square feeling to it, even if those
Mm.
respective elements are still there with the
Okay.
Dream Studio, creator lounges, and things like that.
I must admit I do like the look with you being the accessible. seemingly accessible because you're able to see them,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as being able to go inside, which it felt like a club.
Yep, exactly.
Um, I think there was a mistake with security because I was able to enter 1 year, but
Okay.
not the following. I was like, but I'm pressed,
Yeah.
but just for the content creator. So my mistake. I was just like I felt it's like I'm being denied. Okay, all
We'll have
right.
to get you a creator pass next year too.
But yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But I love the con. I love the community. I'm still new to to the gaming community. I know how rich it can be. Um, um, Giving back to the community. But I gotta ask you this. So like, would you say that you're a gamer?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
gaming since I was a kid.
Nice.
Yeah. No, playing a lot of games, right? Starting out with like Nintendo 8-bit games to nowadays mostly Rocket League with friends, but and not
Nice.
as much, but yeah, for sure. I think
Okay.
everyone's a gamer, by the way. Even if they haven't played a game, they just haven't played their first game yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that
Yeah.
look on it. Okay, what would be your comfort game? I know you're a busy man.
Comfort game. I really got into. Do you know what Animal Crossing is?
I do.
Yeah, that was a COVID game, by the way.
Okay.
Like came out during COVID, and I think it's a kids game, to be honest. Like we're designed as a
If I'm
kids
not
game. Yeah, but it is very comforting because it's very like it's almost like you're
n-
entering into meditation when you're playing it.
interesting,
Yeah,
I would like to make a suggestion.
yeah,
If you haven't played Fantasy Life,
yeah.
are you familiar with that?
No.
It's like a RP. It's an RPG,
Yeah.
but it has elements of these different classes. Where if you're a carpenter,
Mm-hmm.
and each skill, because I originally thought like, oh, I want to be the archer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, each class has these different skills that enable you to make different things, and if you're a master in this class, it'll be easier for you to assemble
Okay.
the
Yeah.
different weapons and shields. And it's just like you might
It sounds like a one of
right.
those games where you can
Oh,
a
the whole
comfort game.
metalworking,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think you might like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciate the tips.
no doubt. I want to play part two. I haven't gotten around to it, but as far as DreamHack, is what should fans expect this year that they haven't that hasn't been done so far?
I think there are a couple of things. So from the esports perspective, we have brand new esports here. We got Marble Rivals and
Mm,
Clash Fest, two enormous stages. We got the SNK games, which are fighting games at the as a centerpiece, right when you walk from the entrance.
right.
So a lot of new esports that we haven't ever had before at any DreamHack. From a content creator perspective, we've had like 800 creators, so just the volume of it, there was more people to see and more communities to meet.
Mm.
And obviously, right a couple of hours ago, we had XQC on the show floor, one of the largest streamers in the world.
It was on the main stage with
So
Kick. That was sponsored by Kick.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And in collaboration with Kick
Okay.
and I mean that's what we want to do, right? We want to make sure everyone's kind of everyone who is something, everyone who isn't something, everyone is under one roof so that we can kind of celebrate the passion.
It was interesting because I'm addicted to Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Seeing that it was a part of this, I was like, oh wow. 'Cause anger management. I'm quick to say that game's cheating, but what made Clash of Clans, Clash Royale be a part of this year?
So we work very closely with the publisher, Supercell,
Okay.
and so every year we try to see, okay, where could we bring some of their titles,
Mm,
and obviously they run a lot of standalone events as well. But recently we've been working with them on both the Clash games and Brawl Stars to bring them to more DreamHack festivals. So, for example, in DreamHack Stockholm, which is our next festival as well in 3 weeks, we're bringing the Brawl Stars World Finals too.
okay.
So it's a result of a very close collaboration with Supercell, who's the publisher of those games.
Love it. I do love the look with the castle. Nick who was assisting me in the media room was just like, "Did you see the castle?" I was just like, "I did. I just got some pictures." I
Yeah,
was like, "I love that."
no, they've definitely one of the more creative kind of partners to work with
Mm.
in terms of just that. Yeah.
Just a suggest. I don't know if I'm going to get the email. It's just like make a suggestion. But uh, do you have any specific like cosplayers that could go with the theme of the like the main events of different games?
Yeah. So sometimes we don't always do that. It
Okay.
depends a little bit on, availability or if the theme makes sense and things like that. But we've done that, especially in games where we have more control of the competition. It's like or the run of show itself.
Mm.
Like Dota, for example, is a good example where we always incorporate a cosplay show. We're doing Dota and DreamHack at the same time in Birmingham next year, for example, in the UK.
Okay.
So that's where we kind of synergize with our cosplays, but because of the kind of everything going on at a DreamHack, there's no one theme you can really focus on.
Mm.
So I think we'll always have one, at least some extent of variety.
Nice. Oh, well, I don't mean like overall. I know it would be a lot easier
Yeah,
logistic wise.
yeah. Mm.
But just if there was like I'm thinking maybe theme parks where you have the stuff
Yeah, yeah.
there in that
Yeah, yeah,
section.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a thing. I think when learning from when we went to Shanghai
Mm.
earlier this year is that their conventions usually have that as like
Oh, sweet.
it's not just like a random cosplay, random visitor, but it's actually like a part of the experience to have cosplayers as almost like an immersive part of the show. So that's definitely a great recommendation. We're looking into that for sure.
Nice. Because I think you did that last year with Call of Duty with the zombies.
Yes,
Okay.
and technically, I don't know if you saw, but the DHL cargo bot as well on the floor, walking around the floor, is a
Uh,
great example of that huge robot, yellow and red.
did I see it? I want to.
You wouldn't have missed it. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll send you some photos of it.
Nice, nice. Okay, sweet. Okay, love that. But then I'm only here for one and two. I can't make three.
Mhm,
But I must say I love the experience.
mhm.
It's awesome. For any um fans that are on the fence about coming, what should we tell them to like? You should come and check this out.
I think if you have ever liked any type of game or even played a single, minute of games, you should come to this festival. We got everything, and especially in a time where, people are more in front of their screens than
This is
ever, more
true.
disconnected than ever. This is a place where everyone can come to life around a passion that's larger in front of a screen, right? So, if you like gaming, definitely make your way out here. I would say it's very also affordable compared to a lot of the other entertainment
Oh, nice.
pieces you can take part of nowadays.
Love it. Love it. Okay. I know, and you don't want to keep you. I know he's tired.
Okay.
But I appreciate the whole experience. But yes. What should if you can disclose anything for
Mhm.
next year?
Yep.
What's next coming down the pipe?
So we obviously got Stockholm coming up, closing off the year, and we just announced DreamHack Birmingham in March in
Right.
the UK next year, and then hopefully within the next couple of weeks we will be announcing our full circuit for next year. So that's people should follow us on social media to kind of keep track of that.
Wait, just I know on Twitter X, DreamHack, just DreamHack or DreamHack NA.
Both work.
Okay.
Well, I mean, all of that type of information goes on both.
Okay.
If you want more specific North American info, that's mostly related to the content at the show,
Okay.
then you can follow DreamHack NA as well.